Happy Mother's Day. It is almost Mother's Day 2024. I hope that you are preparing to spend some time with your mom. And if you are married to a mom, it's time to get a card, flowers, get the preparations underway to be sure that you can celebrate the moms in your life. It is such an important time. And I do want to point out that even if you've never given birth to a child, you are still a mom in so many different ways. I know so many wonderful women who have been moms to just tons of people by the nurturing, the pouring life into them, even though they never actually gave life. So celebrate those women in your lives. And also, if you are unfortunately one of the many who will not celebrate on Mother's Day because we no longer have your mother around, I do want to offer my condolences to you on that. I'm fortunate that I have my mom around, and sometimes I take that for granted. And I know what it's like to not have a parent. My father passed away, so I know what it's like to not have a parent around. So if that is your situation with your mom, then my heart goes out to you as it's kind of a bittersweet day for you. Now, for those of you who are going to be spending time with your mom, and maybe she's a little bit older, maybe she is showing some signs of um, memory loss or needing some care, it may come as a shock to you. So sometimes when we haven't seen our moms in a while, or we're around her for a while, we realize that she's aged. She's not the young, vibrant person that we remember, or maybe she's at the point where we may need some care for her, or we need to have a conversation with her about her needs and what she needs at this moment in her life. And that's a difficult conversation to have, very difficult to have. And I just encourage you to do a couple of things. I mean, one, don't bring it up Sunday on Mother's Day. That's just not the time to do it. You want to choose your time wisely, but just kind of notice some of the things that she's doing or not doing, or she forgets things. And then decide on a time that you can talk to her that's appropriate. I mean, you again, you want to choose the right time and the right setting. Celebrating her as a mother is not the time or place to do that. But find a time sometime in the future where you can sit down with her, have a relaxed conversation, um, free of any immediate stress or other people around. That it's just time for you and your mom to sit down and talk about some of the things you've noticed and some of the things that she may need help with and how you can help. Don't just say, hey, mom, you need to fix this or you need to do that. How can you help her? Okay, have that conversation with her. Express your love and concern. Make sure that you are expressing to her that you're talking to her out of the amount of love you have for her and concern for her well-being and safety. So that is extremely important as well, that she knows, and she does, but you just want to make sure that you express that love and concern, and that she understands that you're only bringing these issues to light because you love and are so concerned for her safety and well-being. So you want to really kind of start out by that, and then listen to her. You know, she may be reluctant to talk about these issues. She may express some fear, but you need to listen. Even though it may sound unreasonable to you, whatever she's saying, you need to listen and have that active listening skill as you are talking with her about this. Don't interrupt her. Let her express herself fully and completely, because you need to understand her perspective about her future. It's still her life, and so you need to understand her perspective. Then before you have that conversation with her, educate yourself. What can you do to help her? Is it something as simple as you notice that she's having difficulty walking downstairs? Maybe she has some steps going in her backyard or out her back door. Can you install just like a little handrail? Maybe she needs some help in the bathroom. You need to install some handrails in there. It may be something that simple. It may be something to the extent that you've got to talk to about going into a long-term care facility or having someone come in the home to take care of her, at least kind of every now and then check on her, make sure things are okay. So educate yourself on what she needs and what you can do. And arm yourself with that information before you even have a sit down and chat with her, so that you can say, look, mom, here is what I can offer and what we can help you with. Share some specific observations with her. Say, Mom, I noticed on Mother's Day that you were having a very difficult time going out the back door and down the back steps. Can I install some handrails for you? Or I'm concerned that if you're unsteady in this situation that you may fall while you're taking a shower. Can I put a handrail in the shower? Or let's discuss getting a shower that's a walk-in shower rather than something you have to actually step into, because that's a fall hazard. And so you want to have that conversation with your mom and share those specific observations and those specific concerns with her. You want to emphasize that you want her to maintain her independence and control. This is not a situation where, unless it's warranted, that she absolutely needs to be in a long-term care facility with her skilled nursing care, so someone can monitor her for her safety. You want to express to her that you want her to maintain her independence and control. You don't want to take that from her. That's important to her, and you want her to maintain that, and just make sure you emphasize and reiterate that is your desire as well as her own. You want her involved in that decision making. You want to explore the options together. Those are some things as you are having a discussion with your mom, you talk about it. It's not your decision to make, and make sure she understands that you're trying to help her and y'all want to reach a decision together. It's also a time, again, not Mother's Day, but another day. It's a time to talk finances with your mom. Does she have a will? Does she have an estate plan in place? Does she have accounts? Does she have payable and death beneficiaries on those accounts? Does she have retirement? This is the time to really kind of talk to her about what she has and how she can support herself financially, but also what you may need to do if you have to come in and kind of take over and help with some things, like if you have that power of attorney and you need to help her pay bills, what bills does she have? So this is, again, not Mother's Day, but another day down the road. Have that discussion with her so that everybody is on the same page. You know what she has, you know what she needs, and you are able to step in and help her completely. Make sure she has an estate plan, the last one testament, a power of attorney, and advanced directory health care at a minimum. The power of attorney is probably the most important one to have, but she needs to have all three of those to make it easier on you and your family and her loved ones after she passes away. You want to have peace of mind. You want her to have peace of mind. So make these observations, have a discussion with her at a later date, but absolutely, when it comes to Mother's Day, in just a few days, have the best time with her. Just enjoy being in her presence. Enjoy the time you get to spend with her. Don't take your mother for granted. And again, if you are married to a mom or um, your significant other is a mom, enjoy that time with her as well and celebrate all the things that your mom and the love of your life, who's a mom, does for you and your family. I'm Tanya Hendrix, Huntsville estate planning lawyer. If I can be of assistance with your mom or your estate planning needs, give me a call at 256-361-1221, or you can go straight to my website, huntsvilleestateplanningslawyers.com, and schedule a consultation from there. Again, that's huntsvilleestateplanningslawyers.com. Again, I'm Tanya Hendrix, and I look forward to helping you, and happy Mother's Day.